Title: The Thing Outside the Tent. Never go camping in the deep woods alone. I learned this the hard way. My older brother Sam and I decided to go off-grid for a weekend trip in the mountains. We hiked for hours until we found a secluded spot, miles away from the nearest road. We set up our tent, made a fire, and everything seemed perfect. It was around 2:30 a.m. when I suddenly woke up. It was dead silent. No crickets, no wind, just an unnatural heaviness in the air. I was lying in my sleeping bag, trying to fall back asleep, when I heard footsteps crunching on the dry leaves outside. They circled the tent. Slowly. Crunch. 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 Then the footsteps stopped right in front of the entrance. I heard Sam's voice from outside the tent flap. He whispered, "Hey, let me in. The zipper is stuck. It's really cold out here." I was confused. I thought maybe he went to the bathroom and got locked out. I sat up, rubbing my eyes, and reached for the zipper. "Hold on," I said. "I got it." But just as my fingers touched the cold metal of the zipper, something stopped me. A hand grabbed my ankle from behind. My blood turned to ice. I froze and slowly turned my head. My brother Sam was fast asleep right there in his sleeping bag next to me. He was snoring softly. The voice outside giggled. It was a low, distorted sound. Then it spoke again, but this time the tone was wrong. It was flat and robotic. It said, "I know you're awake. I can hear you breathing. Open the tent." I shook Sam awake, covering his mouth immediately so he wouldn't scream. His eyes went wide with terror as he heard his own voice coming from outside. "Let me in, Sam. Let me in." We sat there in the dark, clutching our knives for 4 hours. We listened to that thing outside. It started having a full conversation with itself, mimicking both of our voices perfectly. It argued with itself, it laughed, and sometimes it just screamed. We didn't dare to move until the sun was fully up. When we finally unzipped the door, the campsite was empty. But the scariest part wasn't the silence. It was the mud around our tent. It had rained the night before, so the ground was soft. But around our tent, there were no footprints, not a single one.